Joining us now, a man who once upon a time blocked for Taysom Hill and is now blocking for Joe Flacco, the Baltimore Ravens at the NFL level, DeAndre Wesley. DeAndre, welcome to Studio B,
What's up,
man.
Guys? How you guys doing?
We're fantastic. It's great to have you back in Provo.
Yeah, it's good to be back, man. It's been a long time.
Now, between Dennis Pitta and yourself and Bronson Kafusi, BYU has like this nice little club or contingent in the Ravens organization. What effect has that had on you as you've been in Baltimore?
It's been like really cool. Like I've never really known Dennis like that. So like getting to meet him and getting really close with him, I thought it was cool. And it's kind of like I wasn't there by myself. So it's kind of like having that family of coming from BYU and going to there. So I kind of felt like it was cool.
Dennis is a goof, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I love him. Man.
Underrated
everybody
comedian.
everybody loves Dennis. He's a good guy.
Almost everybody, DeAndre. I'm just kidding. How's Bronson Kafusi doing? What have your interactions been like?
Well, me and Bronson, like ever since I got here, Bronson's been at BYU, so we were close. But as far as playing wise, he's been hurt. So I mean, I'm kind of hoping he can get back to where he can, get his career jumpstart in the right direction. So I hope everything's all right with him because he had to stay in Baltimore over the break. So I hope he's doing well and I hope he's ready for camp.
Your offensive line coach, Garret Toney, is now much closer to Baltimore. He's in Virginia. So have you reconnected with him at all on the East Coast?
Yeah. Actually, we were here, I think, a week ago, and we were over at Bam Bam's, and we talked, and I asked him how was Virginia going. And he likes it. He likes it a lot, and he likes the kids, and he just said, he said he's coming to a couple of games, so I hope he can make it. That'd be cool. Yeah.
Let's talk about you. So you go 2 years of BYU, then you go undrafted, and I believe were you on the practice squad for a while, and then you played in 7 or 8 games last year?
Yeah, I was. So I went undrafted, was on the practice squad for I want to say 7 weeks, 8 weeks, and then got the whole second half of the season to play, and it was pretty cool. It's really. I can't even say it.
well, what's that like? Because here you are, you're undrafted, so practice squad is probably like that level. Then you actually play in 7 or 8 games second half. What was that like for you?
It was really exciting. It was like, once you're there, you have to get rid of the nerves and the excitement and just, you're playing football. You got to go out and play football, and you can't really let everything around you, take control, because if you don't do good, you're pretty much done or you're out. So it was a dream come true, but at the end of the day, it is my job now, so I have to go out and do my best. And
what do you remember about that first snap in an NFL game?
First snap, I would definitely have to say was know where I'm going, know what I'm doing, and please block somebody. So I think that was my whole entire thought process at that time, was definitely just block the right guy.
Who were some of the guys that you went up against that you thought, hey, this is fun?
Oh man, definitely Miami. I would say Pittsburgh always. It's a huge game, but what I say the best game? Let's see. I don't know. It had to be Pittsburgh. I think just with the fans and the commotion, our coaches getting riled up. I think that would probably be like the best game or situation I probably played in.
People that don't understand that rivalry, it's kind of, I feel like in the NFL, that rivalry is compared to like BYU and Utah. Super fierce, but maybe not as well known as like Cowboys, Redskins.
Yeah.
It is absolutely a fierce rivalry.
It definitely is, and the fans will let you know it. So it's one of the most competitive, fierce rivalries in the NFL, and I can't wait to play in it again. It's really nice.
What's it like to block for Joe Flacco?
Joe is actually really calm, poised, doesn't really talk that much. You have Taysom Hill, he gets around his guys, he's all in the mix. But Joe, no, he sits back, he just lets everything come to him, and it's actually pretty cool. It's he actually is really calm, so it allows you to be calm. So it's really nice. I like Joe.
What do you anticipate this season for yourself in terms of production and your own personal goals and how you want to contribute to the Ravens?
Well, I want to be a starter. I being this year, I haven't been in that position to where I haven't played. So this year is my goal is definitely to obviously make the team again and come to where I can be a starter and get a lot of reps and play a lot. So that way I can, solidify, like, me making it the first time wasn't a fluke. So like, I just feel like that right there is just being a starter and playing is the ultimate goal right now.
Are you playing tackle?
Yes, sir.
Left or right?
Right tackle.
Right tackle.
Yep.
Okay. Well, what's it like to play right tackle for the Ravens with that running game and with Flacco?
It's very it's complex, but it's also simple at the same time. Most likely you're going to be blocking the same guy. If not, I mean, you're most likely go up to the linebacker, but it is nice. It's fast. It lets you catch your breath every once in a while from when we have to pass. So, I mean, it's really aggressive, so I like it a lot.
When do you report to camp?
July 27th, I report back to camp.
So you only have a couple days.
Yeah, pretty
And you're
much.
hanging out with us
Yeah.
in that.
Now,
So
what
that's
are you
nice.
doing? Why are you here?
Couple of days of freedom.
Let's talk about BYU for a second. You mentioned Taysom Hill. He's back for his 12th season at BYU this year. It's going to be fantastic. What do you expect from him?
Oh man, what like from what you guys seen, like Taysom Hill is a freak, and I expect nothing but the less of him going and scoring touchdowns and doing what he does and having fun. That's just Taysom Hill.
You've seen the athleticism at the next level. Can he hang there? Do you think he's got a shot in the NFL?
Yes, definitely. I think he does. He just has to stay healthy. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. I think that's what him and his wife is concerned about, is just his health, and because the game next level is just definitely takes a toll on your body. So hopefully that's what I'm hoping. I'm praying that he can stay healthy this season and make it to the next level.
Baltimore Ravens offensive right tackle Wesley now approaching his second camp in the NFL. I watch a series on HBO sometimes through the NFL Network about the behind the scenes of making a team and just how intense and cutthroat that can be.
Oh, yeah.
So how did you manage the up and down emotions of all that going through your first camp and now get yourself ready for the second camp of like, hey, I'm going to give it my all and I want to make the team?
So talking to a lot of the veterans coming in, every single one of them told me that making the camp, like going through camp the first time, will be the hardest thing you'll probably ever do football-wise. And they were not lying. That is a grind. It is tough. Physically, emotionally, and mentally, you're just all the energy is sucked out of you at the end of the day. But going around the second time through OTAs and mini camp, I feel like it was actually a lot easier this time around. So hopefully that translates to camp. But I feel like the second time around, I won't have as much trouble understanding the offense and, understanding what the defense is doing and having the game slow down for me. So hopefully that translates.
When you made the practice squad, like did it happen that you got cut and they said we're going to bring you back, or how did that transition take place?
So, okay, I can definitely tell you a good story. So this is after week 3 of the preseason with the Redskins. I had hurt my knee against Philadelphia, hurt my knee in Philadelphia in the Philadelphia game. And so I'm like, man, I'm probably on the chopping block right now. I'm hurt. But I was like, I felt like I played pretty decent, in the preseason for a rookie. And so we're in team meeting. Everybody's getting ready for a team meeting. I have Ozzie Newsome come in the team meeting. He's just like, hey, where's Wesley at? I'm like, oh, man, this is it. Like, I'm probably going home. So he calls me, sits me down in the office. He was like, look, if, push comes to shove, can you practice the first week of the season? I'm like, yeah, I think I could do that. He was just like, I don't need to think. Can you do it? I was like, yes, Coach, I can do it. He was like, all right, well, we're going to release you now, and then if you clear waivers and another team doesn't pick you up, we'll bring you back for practice squad. So I'm like he's serious. I kind of didn't want to make a big deal. I was like, well, okay, yeah.
You're like, of course you are, because I'm the man.
Yeah. Of course I can do that. So yeah, it was kind of my heart was beating at 25,000 miles per hour. When he took me out of the meeting, but it was a sigh of relief after he told me, I made the practice squad.
That's intense. Ozzie Newsome, big-time NFL tight end, now the director of player personnel, right, for the Ravens, coming in and be like, I don't need and I think. Yeah. Can you?
Give me an answer, soldier. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We hear so much about it's a business. Mm-hmm. What's the part that you love the most that makes it worth all of it, besides getting paid to play football?
It's just football is your job. You wake up every day knowing I don't have to sit in a cubicle. I'm doing something that I actually love every day. So and learning about what you love to do every day. So it's there's so many new things that I've learned just being in the NFL for 1 year. I just feel like as I keep getting older and as I keep growing and maturing and, you know, being in the NFL, the more I'll learn as a person, as a football player, and as a man. So I feel like that is obviously, I think that's the best part.
DeAndre Wesley with us on BYU Sports Nation. Before you go, I have a couple of favors to ask. One, I want you to put on the blue goggles and tell me what the next upcoming BYU season looks like through those blue goggles.
Wow.
It looks good.
It does. It looks really good. It looks really good. That's a win, Mississippi State. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks really good.
Okay, fantastic. Secondly, we'd love for you to sign our Stretch Y BYU Sports Nation flag, if you don't mind.
We've been waiting for a right tackle from the Ravens.
There we go.
This is perfect that you came in today.
DeAndre Wesley with us on BYU Sports Nation. Great stuff as he reports to Baltimore Ravens camp on July 27th, just a few days from now.